we're back, and this is live at the Center, from the Center for Performing Arts at Rhinebeck. We are on the set of, this is the Roman Senate from Spartacus, and Olivier and Lawton are going to be with us shortly. No, actually, this is the set for Sweeney Todd, who is the demon barber. Kevin, is it Wall Street or Fleet Street?
Wall Street.
Wall Street. Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Wall Street.
Fleet.
Yeah, I know, Fleet. We'll get back to that in a second. We're also here with Lisa Lenz, who is sitting to my right. You've seen her a bazillion and a half times on this show. And Jess Chewin. Have you been on the show before?
Once.
What did you talk about? Miracle?
Wonderful
Miracle.
Life.
Wonderful Life.
Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes.
So you're back, and you are now in Wait Until Dark.
Yes.
And you're directing that.
I am.
And that opens on November 20th, and it plays November 20th through the 29th. Now, this is like a super scary, was a super scary film. The play precedes the film?
The play precedes the film.
It does. All right, that's great. This opened on Broadway like 111 years ago.
Close to it.
Robert Duvall was the bad guy on stage.
On the stage it was Robert Duvall. In the film it was Alan Arkin.
Alan Arkin. And Audrey Hepburn.
And Audrey Hepburn.
And you play Audrey Hepburn.
I do.
What's the character's name?
Her name is Susie Hendricks.
And what is Susie's particular dilemma?
She has been recently she lost her sight a year before the show is taking place. And she's just at home. She's married to a photographer. He likes to take care of her, but also likes to challenge her and make sure she's not crippled by this disability she has.
So she's at home, and as I recall in the film, because the play, I don't remember the script, but she's trying to be a good blind lady. She's learning all the blind lady stuff. Right. So she's in this apartment, and there's a little girl who lives next door, and she's sort of her friend, confidant, runs errands, things like that. Right? Not really. All right, never mind.
That's the arc of that character.
All right, never mind.
Eventually,
we will go there.
become friends.
She starts off like not liking her. Is that
She likes her husband Sam. She prefers him because her own father has been in and out of the home. So she's never really had
their home.
Their home.
So she's never present, not present.
She's never really had a father figure.
Okay.
So
all right. So we got this. It's still set in Greenwich Village, right? It's a Greenwich Village basement apartment.
It is.
And she is all by herself for the day. Sam, the husband, is his name Sam?
Correct.
And he's gone to do some work. He's just off at work.
He's leaving to do a photography gig.
So she's all alone for the day. The little girl comes in and out.
Mm-hmm.
But then,
prior to even then, two gentlemen who were really low-level con artists and petty, have done some time, but their crimes are minimal.
Right, they're not violent criminals.
Not at all.
Right.
And they are both called to the Hendricks home by the same individual. They are told that for doing something rather minimal, that they will be given a certain amount of money.
So there's a third party who's orchestrating all of this,
Correct.
and we will meet him eventually.
We meet him,
All
and
right.
he's the real deal.
He's the real bad guy.
He's the real bad guy.
Harry Rote Jr.
And senior.
And Senior.
Mhm.
Actually, doesn't he play like 3 or 4 different people?
Well, he plays Rote, who we don't ever really know.
You don't know
he
who
is.
Harry Rote really is.
No.
You never really
You
know.
never find out, and then he comes in as his father.
Right, so it's two
and
people.
then he comes in as Harry Rote Jr., the son.
Right.
And then he comes in as himself.
Right.
And whoever that may
Does
be.
he show up as a cop or something at some point?
No, she thinks at one point.
Yes,
thinks
yeah.
It's it makes sense when you see it. Trying to explain it is absurd. But when you see it, the arc of this play by a guy named Frederick Knott, and he's
Dilem for Murder also.
Dilem for Murder. And he's written 2 versions of this now, He has a second version.
Yes.
That is set during the Second World War. Did you know that?
No, I noticed that there was a
Yeah.
much later copyright.
There
but
were
I didn't
people,
know.
for some reason, who got bent out of shit. As I remember it, it's about drugs in a doll.
There's drugs and also they changed it to jewels in
That's-
a doll.
In the 40s version. Right. In the 40s version, it's diamonds, not drugs.
Correct.
I guess people weren't doing drugs in 1943. Duh.
Only Robert Mitchum.
We had this great line in Dick Cavett. He said he smoked some of the meanest grass in the world. And Dick Cavett said, well, how do you get mean grass? He said, well, you grow that grass in the backyard, and you go to the back door every day, and you cuss at it, and it'll grow up to be
I just saw that episode, and I took pictures of Robert Mitchum off of the television. I worship him.
He was the funniest damn guy.
He really was.
Right. He got busted, didn't he?
Yeah, 1938, busted for weed.
And he spent some time in the slammer.
He did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But then everybody kind of like, what the?
Yeah, it was Robert Mitchum.
It's Robert.
Yeah.
He was just too good.
So, Jess, how do you, being a blind person, physically very demanding, obviously, on the stage, you have to pretend you're not seeing. Obviously, you are. So, how do you do anything different to make this happen? Any kind of new technique, rehearsal technique? Are you doing it like blindfolded or something?
Not doing it blindfolded, although I did think about that.
Yes.
I thought about probably
Trying.
it, seeing
just for a rehearsal.
Yes,
Right.
yeah, exactly. Just to get the feel of I do not know my surroundings.
Right.
I cannot see them. I can only hear. And I actually wanted to talk to you, see if that was an option, but
Yeah,
we'll see if we can do that. But
well, that's a good technique.
Yeah. Well,
I've made contact with the Lighthouse and the Association for the Blind of Dutchess County, and I'm trying to work out having someone from the association or from the Lighthouse come and work with Jess. Probably an hour. The time we meet for rehearsal is late for them, but maybe an hour or so before. So I've gotten like a good, solid maybe from them. So
So for now, you're not doing that. You're just kind of like doing the early blocking. I mean, you've only been in rehearsal like 10 days, right?
A little more, but I mean, probably about 10 rehearsals.
Yeah.
But you're probably about
This
right.
opens November the 20th, by the way, and in order to get tickets, you call us, 845-876-3080, Tuesday through Saturday between the hours of noon and 5, Sunday 1 to 5, always online, www.centerforperformingarts.org. I'm told I don't ever have to say www again. Everybody gets it. So that's the last time you're going to hear that.
I do have one thing to say about it as well. The American Film Institute voted Wait Until Dark the 10th most
Scariest
frightening film ever made out of 100.
Right.
10 out of 100.
Yeah.
So, come on down.
Apparently, I'm told that when Duvall did this on the stage, that literally the house, in one particular moment,
Don't say.
we won't say what
And
it
I've
is.
changed it. But
Have you? All right, there is one moment that he did, and he prepared. Apparently, what he did is he shaved his entire body so that he could do lots of hair, because he comes in as so many different people.
Yeah.
So apparently, he shaved his entire body, and he ensured that at the end of the play, he was shirtless, and something happens, and it really freaked everybody out.
Yeah.
Freaked everybody out. It was like screaming in the theater for
Yeah.
like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I know when I saw it in the movies too, it was just like Alan Arkin doing Robert Duvall.
Yeah.
Oh, really
With that
scary.
wig and those glasses.
The glasses, yeah.
So who else is in
Terrifying.
this? So Jess is playing the blind girl, and who's the bad guy? Harry.
The bad guy is Michael Fraunhofer. That's
Right.
Harry Rote Jr. and Senior.
Slash whatever.
John Adair is playing Sergeant Carlino, which is the role he's been given by Harry Rote.
So Sergeant Carlino is a fantasy person. He's not a real person. So he's one of the two con men.
He's one of the two con men. The other one is a guy also named by Rote in the play named Mike Tallman. And that's Brian Kubich. Is that how you pronounce that?
Is that how you say it? Yeah.
I've always wondered. And then her husband, Sam, is played by Kevin McCarthy. And I have divided up the role of Gloria between two girls. Because they were both so wonderful. And
So it's only
decide.
a cast of like 6 or 7 people.
It is. So that's Julia Osterholt and Ellie DeMann.
Right.
And they're dividing the role. Then there is I guess just Peter Pius. I've merged the two patrolmen who come in at the end to
their
one to
cops
give them a little more to do.
Right, cops do show up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Finally.
Yep.
So you were just in a show with Michael Freunhofer, actually.
I was.
Yeah.
So were you.
So was I.
Yeah.
Sunrise at Campobello.
Mm-hmm.
And you played opposite Michael last year in It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes.
And I was his.
And you were in that too,
Tilly.
Aunt Tilly.
Aunt Tilly.
Directed and adapted
By Diana DeGrande.
by the one and only Diana DeGrande.
Whom we're going to see in a little bit. She also
Isn't that
directed Sunrise at Campobello.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I directed Michael in
Elephant
The
Man.
Elephant Man.
Right.
As well.
There's only 7 people who work here,
It's true.
and here's 3 of them.
And we are.
2
And
more you'll see
there.
in a little while.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Wait Until Dark, November 20th through the 29th. How much are the tickets on this? $24 and $22. It's 2 weekends, directed by Lisa Lins, who was just named the Best Actress in the Hudson Valley the 2nd year in a row.
Thank you.
Incredible. You have some friends out there, fans.
I guess I
Fans
do.
and friends.
Yeah.
You know who the Best Actor was?
James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
It's like
Because our careers are so similar,
so
don't you know?
similar.
Last year was Liam Neeson.
And you've
Because
appeared
our
together,
careers are so similar, don't you know?
I don't
Yeah.
get it. It's bizarre.
Careers and bank accounts.
Careers on bank accounts.
I'll
I
take
know.
great. Don't applaud, send money.
Yeah, don't send anything. So, Jess, what else you in? Oh, you were in Singing in the Rain, too. You were
I was in Singing in the Rain. Yep.
Singing
I
in
was
the Rain.
Zelda.
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 Who
Thank you,
was
Kevin.
sort of a bad girl, sort of.
Yeah.
Sort of, but
sorta,
funny.
Yeah. She was just
sort
a
of, but
character.
funny.
She was
And
just
what
a
were you
character.
just in?
I
Last thing
was.
you were in?
Let's see. I directed The Me Nobody Knows, and then I was in La
Wonderful.
Cage.
La
and
Cage,
I
you
was
were in
in
La Cage.
Rip Van Winkle.
Rip, the musical.
Rip the musical.
Rip, the musical. Right. Were you in that? You weren't in that.
Mm-mm. Not that one.
Not that one.
Not
So,
that
this
one.
is Wait Until Dark, written by Frederick Knott, directed by Lisa Lins, starring Jess Truen, Michael Freunhofer, Brian Kubish, John Adair,
Kevin McCarthy.
Peter Pius, Kevin McCarthy, and who's the little girls?
Julia Osterhout and Ellie DeMann.
Who I don't know one of them. Ellie, I don't know.
Ellie was in Rip. She was in Peter
was she
Pan.
in?
In Rip, she was one of the little girls.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well,
I
then
don't think
I do know her.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
She's phenomenal.
She is.
November 20th through
It's
29th,
worth
you
it.
call us, 876-3080, Tuesday through Saturday, Tuesday through Friday, noon to 5, Saturday 1 to 5, always online, centerforperformingarts.org, 24 hours a day. You wake up, and also one thing before we take a tiny little break, we have all these great workshops going on here. There is no time, but I just wanted to tell you what's happening. Is there still time to enroll for TMT, Teen Musical Theater?
Yes.
That will be taught by the incomparable Prince Kevin. That's November 2nd through December 18th. You know how many slots are still available by any chance?
I don't know how many are still available. No.
But yours, that usually fills up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Teen Musical Theater, wonderful class for young people who want to get a leg up on how to do the sing and dancing thing. And Kevin is perfect. Also, advanced scene study, October 26th through November 30th. Unfortunately, that is full. I'm teaching
Fortunately.
that. Well, I have a waiting list apparently
Great.
of like
wish
9
I
or
could-
10 people. I've got 10 in the first class. If you want to sign up for the second class, I'll decide when it is.
Discount?
Sure,
Yeah,
why
true,
not?
true, yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
So those are those workshops. But then we have a lot of field trips coming up in November. Fun with Energy. Then we've got the touring company going out doing some things, correct? So we're always busy here at the center. It's fall. It's the start of the traditional theatrical season. Usually in New York, when I lived in New York, when you lived in New York, everybody looked forward to like October.
What's going to happen?
Everything opened.
Yeah.
Everybody was in town.
Yeah.
Everybody went to Sardi's.
Yeah.
Joe Allen's.
Joe Allen's.
It
Oh my
was
gosh, I
great.
haven't thought about that.
Fabulous. All right. Wait until dark. November 20th through the 29th, and we'll be back. And we are back, live at the Center for Performing Arts. Here we are sitting on the set of Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, a musical thriller by Stephen Sondheim, one of Sondheim's best, I think. And this is the director and choreographer, Kevin Archambault, Prince Kevin, who also works here at the Center for Performing Arts. Here's Diana DeGrande, whom I think you were on the show last month and the month before that as well, right?
The month before.
The month before. To talk about this, or were we talking about Sunrise?
Something.
So we're talking about something, whatever. But now Diana is, this is an up-in-one production. This is the second up-in-one production of this year. We just did Sunrise at Campobello, Sweeney Todd, and then in the summer you're doing Chicago, correct?
Next summer.
This summer of
This summer,
2016.
yes.
And those are the only 3 shows you've got this year.
Yes.
You gotta come see him.
You gotta come see him. All right, so Sweeney Todd, we're on the set of Sweeney Todd, and I know I was making jokes about this, that it looks like the Roman Senate. I should be, standing there and speaking up. So why did you do this? What is this?
I really wanted the ensemble to be much more part of this show, almost like a Greek chorus.
Okay.
And so they are
People who don't know what ensemble, believe me, there are some people who don't know what ensemble means. What does that mean?
the chorus.
The chorus, the people who aren't like the featured or lead players.
Correct.
They don't have solos.
Well, a lot of them
Some
have
of them
solo
do,
lines.
solo lines.
Exactly, but
But they don't have a big number.
The show's not about them.
Right,
They're
the show is not
supportive.
about that. The supporting players.
Yeah.
All right, so you wanted them to be featured.
I did, and I wanted them to be part of this story the entire time. The story is very much a narrative piece about the memory of what happened in this town, and so I wanted them to be there, and I wanted them to be present and add not only their visual elements to it, but also just some sound extra elements, and they're all doing like the knockings and the tappings and the whistles, and
So it becomes organic, environmental. They're a part of the whole
orchestra,
template. They're the
the-
orchestra.
yeah.
Right, so they are sight and sound.
sight and sound.
That is so cool. So for those people who don't know what the story is about, we just determined that it's not a real person. For some reason, I thought it was.
No, based fiction. Yeah.
And this is in London, correct?
In London.
In the 1880s or
80s,
90s?
80s, 90s.
80s, 90s. The whole, you said steampunk era to me yesterday, which is, you're doing it like steampunk, which I think is fabulous. All right.
Some. A
Some of
twist.
it.
A
All right.
twist, yeah.
So this is the 80s and 90s, and what we've got, we have industrialization, and it's London, and you've got trains, and the submarine has just been invented, and it's all sorts of stuff. So this guy is a murderer.
Well, really, this guy is a loving husband who was carted away because his wife wouldn't go with the judge. And
Tell them what that means.
There's
wooed and seduced by somebody.
Right.
And she refuses.
She refuses
She's
him.
married
She's
now.
married
She's
to
a
this-
faithful wife. He's a faithful husband.
Uh-huh.
Some other man gets
Wants
his
her.
eye on her.
Exactly.
She refuses to succumb.
so they get rid of him.
So they cart Sweeney off to, where does he go?
Prison.
Australia?
It is Australia.
He goes.
Yes.
He's sent
Yeah.
to the penal colony in
In
Australia.
That's right. Thank you.
And then he
Forgot.
comes back.
After 15 years.
15 years in the outback.
Yeah.
He comes back. Why?
Revenge.
That's it. It's like Hamlet, right? Sort of
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
Sure. of
All right, he
course.
comes back for revenge.
He does. He comes back for revenge to kill the judge.
To kill the judge. But he kills some other people along the way.
He does, but that's not his fault.
It's an accident.
It
sort
is.
of.
It's a plan that he had not prepared for.
Right.
This other character, Mrs. Lovett, who was on the show last time that we filmed with us.
All right, so he has an alliance with this woman
Yes,
who has a meat pie shop.
she does.
All right, and she's kind of looking for an economic way to make her meat pies a little more profitable.
That is a nice way of putting it.
That's actually. So what does she do? She kind of decides that if he kills people,
She can make
she
them
can
into pies.
Make them into pies. So cannibalism.
Yes, at its finest.
It's a play for the whole family, ladies and gentlemen. Bring the kids. And, you know, would you bring the kid?
I would say anybody like 12 and up would be
12 and
totally
older.
fine.
I
Yeah.
mean, they see much worse.
Oh my God.
On television.
And there's no
Yeah.
bad language.
There's
and
no bad
nothing
language.
gross.
And
It's
the
just-
violence really, even, are you making it very violent on stage?
Not really.
Not really. You can or cannot. It's up to the director.
Yeah, and this is.
I've seen it not so violent.
Yeah,
and
I've
then
seen
I've
it
seen it like with blood spurting all over the place.
This will have a medium line. It will certainly
In the
say,
middle.
"Ooh, wow, he got him," or her, or whoever he got.
So somebody
I don't
asked
know.
me at a meeting, I think I was at a Rotary meeting, and I said we were doing this, and this guy, Ed, Ed Tobin, I think, he said to me, well, I've seen this play like 3 or 4 times, and it's one of my favorites.
It's a great one.
He says, though, but are you doing it like a comedy, or are you doing it like a horror story? So how are you doing? Because he says he's seen it done.
I hate
as a Buffalo
exactly.
comedy.
I hate to limit it.
You're in the middle.
It's right in the middle.
Yeah.
I
So
think
cool.
it's so comedic. There are
Yeah.
moments that just leave me guffawing.
Yeah.
But there are moments that I'm like,
It's hair raising.
like grip. Yeah, exactly.
Hair raising. I think people may have seen the Johnny Depp film.
Yes.
Oh, sure, with Helena Bonham Carter.
And Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman, absolutely. Excellent cast. And,
Yeah.
you know, Tim Burton did a wonderful take
Yeah.
on a very dark take.
Incredibly dark.
Incredibly dark.
Incredibly dark. I think if people know that, they shouldn't be influenced by that,
No,
because this will
this
be
will not.
appreciably different.
Yeah.
Also, there was a lot of editing done in that. Not everything got sung, as I recall.
It's true, and they cut out a lot of the ensemble. So
Yeah,
the
yeah,
music
yeah,
is
yeah.
so lush, and the orchestrations are so
Yeah.
incredible, and they cut all of the prologues and the epilogues that really
Yeah.
tell you that this is
This
the
won 8
story.
Tony Awards.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's
8.
huge, huge.
And the revival won another like 9
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah.
It was
Patti LuPone. That's
Well,
the
they're-
concert version? She did the concert version.
No. She did the revival.
She did the
with
revival?
Michael Servis. I'm not sure
Whatever his name is.
how to pronounce his last
Yeah,
name.
yeah,
Sorry, Michael.
Yeah.
But no, that was the revival. There's been a concert version with what's the guy that hosts everything? Neil Patrick Harris played Toby. That was the concert version.
Originally, this was Angela Lansbury on stage.
Yeah,
Right? And
and-
George Hearn?
And Len Carew.
Len Cariou, that's
Yeah.
who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Len Cariou.
Yeah.
And this opened when? Like in the 80s? When did this first premiere? Do you recall?
83?
Yeah, early 80s.
Yeah.
1983?
Yeah.
Yeah.
83, 85.
Yeah, thereabouts. All right, so this play.
You know Angela Lansbury's turning 90 today?
No.
It's her 90th birthday.
We're
Wow, happy
taping this
birthday.
in the
I
month of
know,
October,
right?
ladies and gentlemen. So today's October 15th. So today, happy birthday. Is this the 16th?
It's the 16th.
October 16th, happy birthday, Angela Lansbury.
She's 90.
And last Sunday would have been Eleanor Roosevelt's birthday.
Yes.
You deserve it.
Oh, that's
The last performance of Sunrise at Campobello. And Deb came in and made a cake, and she made Eleanor's favorite cake. It was called like a cloud cake or something.
Something.
Pink cloud
Something.
cake.
Yeah.
We're serving Bloody Marys.
Are we? No, we can't do that. We said that.
A virgin Bloody Marys.
A Virgin Mary's we're serving because we don't have that kind of liquor license. So this opens on October 23rd and it plays to November 15th. And in this play, we haven't talked about who's in this. We know that you're directing and you're producing it. So who all is in it?
Well, last show, you saw Monty Stone, who's brand new
And
to
Vicky,
the center,
right?
who's playing Sweeney, and Vicky Howland is playing
They
Mrs.
were on
Lovett.
together.
Yeah. And they'll be singing later. But we also have Bobby Greffroth playing the Beadle, who is the
Okay.
judge's assistant, and the
Right.
judge is played by Richard Prowse,
Right.
who does a lot of our scenic art for us.
If you can see this
You
floor.
can see
I
this
don't know
gorgeous
if
floor right now. He did
It's a
that for
beautifully
Sunrise, which
painted
is a
floor
beautiful
for
floor. Yeah.
Sunrise. And who else?
Wendell Scherer
Is
is
Tobias.
playing Tobias.
Yeah.
Amy Guston is playing a baker woman.
Yeah. Who's like a narrator, sort of. I mean, or is she a commentator? No?
She's just a baker woman.
But doesn't she have like something? She's got like a couple of signature moments.
She does.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Right.
Alexandra Haynes is playing Joanna,
Okay.
and
That's the daughter, Sweeney's daughter. Sweeney's wife now, by this time, when he's come back.
is gone.
She's no longer with us.
Correct.
So she was alive when he got sent off to the
Right.
penal colony. And when he comes back, he's hoped to reunite. Does he know that she's no longer with us, dead?
Well, Mrs. Lovett tells us that.
Mrs. Lovett tells us that.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is really a kind of a sad story, this poor guy.
Yeah, he has a lot of things to be sad about.
Yeah.
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 He's a victim.
He is
definitely a
Well, it's
victim.
funny, you did the same sort of conceit with Les Mis. I mean, Jean Valjean is off in the slammer for 19 years.
I
on
like
the
people who've
galleys.
been in prison for a long
I
time.
know what's with you. And then he comes back, but he turns his life around.
He does.
But somebody's out to get him. And in this version, he's out to get somebody. All right? That's cool. It's like Hamlet or the Spanish tragedy.
It really is the circle of revenge.
It is.
It's very interesting.
Well, that's sort of like the most popular theatrical conceit there is, the
Yeah.
revenge play.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's perfect for this Halloween season, too.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, yes. You know, I forgot to say that. So it opens on October 23. Do you actually play on a Halloween?
We do.
Yes.
We
Is that a
play-
Friday or a Saturday?
It's a Saturday night.
A Saturday
Halloween.
night. So the second Saturday that you're open, you've got it on. We're doing anything special for the Halloween show?
I'm thinking about it. I probably will.
You will? Do
Might
you
even
know
get-
what that is? Can we say
I
anything?
don't know what that is.
It'll be like dress up as your favorite Stephen Sondheim
Oh, that
character.
would be lovely.
That'd be fun. Maybe we'll give out bags of candy.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. Who knows?
Oh, I once went to a Halloween costume party, and Nancy Sands, I don't know.
Sure.
We went as Admiral and Mrs. Yamamoto, and nobody got it.
Not a soul, I'm sure.
Nobody got
I'm
it.
sure you had to wear signs.
Everybody would look at us like, what? Who are you supposed to be? Nobody knew. All right, Sweeney Todd, October 23, November 15th, here at the Center for Performing Arts. And that's Friday, Saturday at 8 p.m., Sundays at 3. Is this a 4 or a 3 week?
4 weekends.
4 week. And you're not doing a special matinee on a Saturday.
No.
So
No.
you're just doing
No,
12
it's definitely
performances. It's not a kiddie show. It's not a family kind. I mean, a family could come and see it, but it isn't like Miracle on 34th
No,
Street
no,
or,
it's definitely
or
12 and up.
Sunrise at Campobello. You need to be an older
But
child.
it's a great introduction for younger people for Sondheim. And
Why do you
the
think that
music
is?
is beautiful.
Because it's simpler
It
music.
It is simpler music in the
Yeah.
sense that it's not so layered on top of each other. Where a lot of sometimes everybody's singing at the
Like
exact
Into
same
the
times,
Woods.
and they're all singing different lyrics, and you're
Right.
like, I don't know who I'm supposed to pay attention
Right.
to.
That's
this has a
not here.
very
Yeah,
clear
yeah.
storyline that you can follow.
Yeah.
And he is the composer of this generation.
Is
Yeah.
he? Is this his first turn play? Because prior to this, he was writing. I mean, Company, which is my favorite of all of them, but is not one of the twisted plays.
No.
It's a simple, straight-on domestic comedy / drama.
Oh, that was one of his earlier ones.
It is an early
Yeah.
one.
You know, and then earlier he did things like West Side Story.
Well, he's the lyricist
He's
for
the
West Side
lyricist,
Story
he's the
and
lyricist
Funny
for,
Thing
yeah,
Happened.
Forum,
Funny Thing
exactly.
Happened,
So when did he start turning and get in? Because night music. Is night music before this?
No, after this.
This is after this, and then after this is also Into the Woods, Assassins,
Pacific
Pacific
Overtures,
Overtures,
Passion.
Passion, and everything got more and more complex as
Yeah.
time went by. And you're talking about overlay lyrics. I mean, Into the Woods is like 12 people singing at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, please come and see this. October 23, November 15. Sweeney Todd tickets are how much, Diana? 27 and 25, right? 27 for adults, 25 seniors and children. You call us 876-3080. Excuse
That was
me, I'm in the midst.
876-3080 in case you couldn't hear that.
I'm in the midst of the grip that everybody has in October.
Oh, grip.
It descended upon me yesterday. 876-3080, Tuesday through Friday between the hours of noon and 5, Saturday 1 to 5, always online, 24 hours a day, centerforperformingarts.org. We're going to it's going to go black for a little bit, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to see Vicki Howland and Monty Stone singing some numbers from Sweeney Todd. And thanks to Kevin, thanks Diana, and be right back.
My, the Mandels is chased silver, ain't they?
Silver, yes. These are my friends. See how they glisten. See the sun shine. How he smiles in the light, my friend, my faithful friend. Speak to me, friend. Whisper, I'll listen. I know you've been locked out of sight all these years. Like me, my friend. Well, I've come home to find you waiting. Home, and we're together, and we'll do wonders, won't we? There, my friend,
friend too,
come,
Mr.
let
Todd.
me hold you.
If you only
complete again! What is that?
It's priest. Have a little priest.
Is it really good?
Sir, it's too good, at least. Then again, they don't commit sins of the flesh, so it's pretty fresh.
Nothing out of fat.
Only where it's sat.
Haven't you got poet or something like that?
No, you see, the trouble with poet is how do you know it's deceased? Try the priest.
Heavenly. Not as quite as bland as bishop, but then not as bland as curate either.
Always leaves you wanting more too. Trouble is, we only get it on Sundays. Lawyer's rather nice.
Yes, for a price.
Order something else though to follow, since no one should swallow it twice.
Anything that's lean.
No, but if you're British and loyal, you might enjoy Royal Marine. Anyway, it's clean, though of course it tastes of wherever it's been.
Is that squire on the fire?
Mercy, no sir, look closer, you'll notice it's grosser.
It's thicker, more like thicker.
No, it has to be grosser, it's green.
Have charity towards the world, my pet.
Yes, yes, I know, my love.
We'll take the customers that we can get.
High born and low, my love.
We'll not discriminate great from small. No, we'll serve anyone
Meaning anyone
and to anyone at all.
Thank you so much. That was Monty Stone singing the role of Sweeney, and Victoria Howland singing Mrs. Lovett, and that was the great Matthew Wooliver accompanying them on the keyboard. And Matthew is the musical director for this show. Once again, Sweeney, Todd, thank you. Kevin Archambault, director, choreographer. Diana DeGrande, who's the producer and the head of Up in One Productions, which consistently does some of the best work here at the center. And thanks so much, and we'll see you next month.
People like show people, they smile when they are low. Yesterday they told you you would not go far.